First, we're going to talk about the freestyle pull. There are two parts to the pull. There's the propulsive phase, where our arm is moving through the water and pulling the water, and there's the recovery phase, where the arm is returning back to the starting position. The keys to success in a good propulsive phase in freestyle is the hand entering on the fingertips. The hand should then pull to directly beneath the elbow. This position is what we call early vertical forearm. Getting into that early vertical forearm position is essential because that is what we call the catch. And the catch is where we're grabbing onto all the water that we are going to use to pull ourselves through the water. In a great catch, we want to make sure that a couple things are happening. First, we want to make sure that our shoulder is in what I like to call a happy position. And we can try this test right now. Reach your arms out in front of you, just straight out in front. Now these are sad shoulders. What you want to do is roll that elbow up and get those shoulders into place. This is going to help us get into that catch position. These are happy shoulders. Now to get to earlier vertical forearm from our happy shoulders is pretty easy. We're going to pull our hand back until our wrist and fingers are directly under our elbow. This is the early vertical forearm. Ultimately, we're trying to hold that early vertical forearm position through the entire propulsive phase of our stroke. So again, I'm getting my shoulders into the happy position. I'm going to get that early vertical forearm, and then I'm going to hold that position as it comes all the way through my body and exiting out past my hip. There is some debate about what is the best style of the recovery phase of your freestyle stroke. I think it's important to remember what the end goal of the recovery phase is, which is ultimately to get the hand from the exiting the water back to its entry point as fast as possible. Having good rotation will ensure that the hand can exit all the way out past the hip, like we talked about during the propulsive phase, and then we should be rotated almost all the way onto our side as we're moving that arm through our recovery phase. The keys to a great recovery phase are having a nice relaxed arm as it's moving forward, having the shoulder lead the recovery action initially, but then relying on gravity to let the recovery action finish. Like we talked about earlier, rotation is key to having a great recovery, but rotation is key to also maintaining a great body line and maximum efficiency as we move through the water. Our rotation should be driven by our hips and not our shoulders. The main reason we want to make sure that we're driving that rotation with our hips is that we're keeping our core engaged and using those core muscles to help keep that rotation balanced and smooth. For breathing, we want to make sure that we're keeping our head next to our shoulder throughout that whole breath. So as I pull through, I'm going to keep my head right on my shoulder as I rotate and come into my breathing position. Sometimes we talk about having a quick freestyle breath, and it's more so just trying to make sure that head gets back into the water before we start pulling with our opposite arm. So again, I'm going to get my breath here, and then my head is going to come back in before I start pulling with this arm in front of me. The keys to a great flutter kick are having the kick action starting from your hips, not from our knees. We want to make sure that just like the dolphin kick, our legs should remain relaxed through the kick cycle. There will be a natural bend of your knees and your ankles, but we don't want to start the bend there. We want to finish our down kick by kicking a soccer ball and we want to start the up kick by engaging our hamstring and really making sure that we're feeling the water on the bottom of our feet and the back of our legs.